Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Pumpkin Beer Review. Yeah, because it's just all pumpkin all the time. You have the Rhino, you have Average Joe. We have this from Heavy Seas Brewing. Now, I had one of these last year, but this is, well, not this exact one, but this is the Greater Pumpkin Ale.
Zoom in, somebody. Oh, there's no one here to work the camera.
It's 10% alcohol by volume. Yeah, nobody here. An Imperial Pumpkin Ale brewed with Imperial Ale brewed with pumpkin and spices and aged in bourbon barrels.
Quick note. Believe this is the Uncharted Water series. They make a barley wine and a chocolate stout where they age it in bourbon barrels. And I know those beers specifically are aged for 3 months. Not quite positive if this is the same, but I'm pretty sure all the Uncharted Waters are 3 months in bourbon barrels. So.
And then here we go for this thing, Uncharted Waters explores the unique change that happens to beer when exposed to wood. Each beer showcases a robust style, carefully matched with a wood treatment to produce a range of complex flavors. Vintage dating encourages further exploration of the aging process. It is as much about the voyage as the destination. We hope you enjoy these beers in the spirit of which they were brewed.
Just in case anybody was wondering, this is a Heavy Seas beer and not a Stone Brewing Company beer. Just to be clear on that.
Yep, so Clipper City Brewing out of Maryland.
Shout out to DJ. Local to you, somewhat local, I'd assume.
Baltimore, so...
Yeah, pretty local. I think he actually reviewed this one. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Problematic everywhere.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It smells amazing, though.
I can't smell it yet.
I can.
Oh, that color's a little bit better than that Pilsner we just had. Just a smidge. Thank you, good sir. By the way, you were block 3. Sniffer, bro. Come at me. Oh, fuck, that does smell pretty fantastic. Hey, whoa, that's a 10% beer.
Yep. You want to hang out with the Canadian boys?
Yeah. I'm getting fucked tonight. I gotta go back across the border. Hey, where were you from? I don't know.
I was at the casino. I
heard
a lot of 575 blues.
You didn't declare anything, a stupid fucking seltzer that Dev gave to me.
It's a nice golden color. It's a little brass more.
Yeah, it's much darker than that Pilsner we just had.
Yep,
and
that it is.
Again though, it's very clear. See through.
Oh god, that smells good.
Oh man, now that to me is actually perfect in terms of aroma. Like you're getting the barrel characteristics, but it's not completely dominating the spice and the actual pumpkin aroma, which is good. They're intertwining quite well.
Yeah, I'm getting cinnamon, I'm getting nutmeg, a little bit of allspice, some clove.
And no dominating spice.
Nope. Pumpkin, vanilla, and then where you're talking about with the oak aging coming out, the barrel characteristics, they are coming out, but to me it's coming off with a slight sweet, almost apple scent.
Yes.
Much akin to that apple brandy I made you sniff earlier.
Yeah, I think a little less intense than that, obviously, because that is an apple brandy at how many percent, and just it's like ripping your nose apart.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more subtle than that, but
it's giving me a nose that just reminds me of that.
It's just obviously we haven't tasted it yet, but as far as aroma goes, it's blended so well. It is definitely sweet though. It's on the sweeter side. You hate sweet pumpkin beers, like pumpkin for example. It smells like probably something you wouldn't like. I love sweet pumpkin beers, so I'm ready to dive into this.
So am I.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you too.
Not quite as good as it smells, but really good.
You know what it is? It's like they took the aroma and dialed it back about 25%.
Yep.
Pretty much what they did. You're getting all the same notes that you got in the aroma, but much more subtle in the taste. Still blended quite well though. Like there's no spice. There's no one character in this beer for me that's dominating right now at all.
Still with the apple brandy, only because I've drank it. So 4 bottles of it already. It does come off a lot like it on the flavor profile with the slight alcohol astringency and the slight apple sweetness to it. But other than that, everything is what you smelt. You're getting your nutmeg, you're getting your clove, you're getting your cinnamon, you're getting your pumpkin, vanilla, just the oak itself. But just that sweetness is coming off almost like they mixed it with apple brandy. Almost like they didn't use bourbon barrels. Almost like they actually used apple brandy barrels.
Yeah, as I do the brews under review, aka Brad, type of tasting, I am getting more of the apple that he's talking of. Well, the apple like characteristic. It's there. For me though, it's not there. I mean, there's a slight alcohol stringency, but for 10%.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's
No,
overpowering.
I know you're not. I'm just saying it's just for 10%. It's fucking 10% beer, and you really can't tell it's 10%. It is pretty sweet though. I mean, in terms of, and you expect it to be. It's a fucking barrel aged pumpkin beer. That said, I'm glad I shared it with Chad. I would not want to probably tear this apart myself. Even pumpkin by itself, it's a tough beer to put down. I mean, I guess you're really in the mood, but. This is much better than I expected going into. I shouldn't say that. I don't expect a whole lot from this. It's heavy. It's a heavy seas beer. They're hit and miss, but once I hit the aroma, I was expecting good things, and pretty fucking good.
Oh, it's just such a nice sipping beer.
Yeah, I mean it is. Carbonation is a bit higher than I would like. Slightly. I mean, it's not kind of like medium high, but I mean, it's not really detracting. If it was a little smoother, I think it would make it even better.
See, I'm wondering if they did that just to make up for the lack of body they have in the beer, because the body is
it's not
low end, well, medium low.
Yeah, it's not full, not at all.
Yeah.
It's for 10% barrel aged pumpkin beer. Yeah, this is thin compared to what you would think 10% bourbon barrel aged pumpkin beer would be.
But all in all, little things to complain about, but I like the beer. What was it a bottle?
$9.99. I mean,
bad.
when you take in consideration pumpkins around $7.5, $8, and that's not barrel aged.
Yeah.
Not fair price. Heavy Seas, most of their barrel aged stuff's around $8 to $10 here. So, in Western New York compared to Southern Ontario. I like it. I would. I'd give it a. I'm gonna say I like it quite a bit. Body tracks a little bit for me anyway. The body a little bit too high in the carbonation, but overall flavor wise, I like it. I would probably go 8.25.
And I would be right around the same with you. I would probably give it. I'd give it just a flat 8. I would go out of my way to find it, but wouldn't beat somebody in line to get it.
And that's a good thing about these beers, at least in this area. Heavy Seas kind of flies under the radar, and it's not too expensive. $10 for this, readily available. I'm sure this will sit on the shelf probably for 3, 4, 5 months, and it's quality beer. If you see it, I would say pick it up, especially in this area. It's pretty solid.
You want some pumpkin beer? Is that what you want?
Pretty sure Frank wants to play right now. It's not time for playing, Frank. It's time for beer review.
Don't breathe on me with your shit mouth.
Oh man, terrible.
Thank you, YouTube.
Fuck it.
Bye.
Terrible.
Down.
Frank, you don't listen too good. What the?
He usually does.
You don't listen too well at all, bro.
Somebody visiting.